welcome to another pen video from me, Penultimate Dave. So I have here another pen for review. I'd like to thank John from St John's Pens for loaning me this pen for review. This is an interesting pen. This is, as you can see here, it is a Parker feather quill clip, and you can see that this is a nice Ebonite red and black material. So this is a pen on loan from John at St John's Pens, and you can see here it says Parker and duofold there. Now this is not just a regular Parker pen. This is actually a pen made by Michael Fultz, and this he makes a lot of pens for or out of Parker parts. This is, I believe, quite a rare pen, and this is a pen that is on sale from John at St John's Pens. But as I said, it's made of a lovely red and black ebonite, and if you take a look at this material, this really actually is quite beautiful. And then you have that Parker style clip there. It really is an interesting pen. Now you would think that that might be a piston knob, but it's not. If I unscrew the cap here, you'll see it actually has a black section here. A little bit of a fluted out section, and you've got a couple of gold bands there. And then you have an old style Parker duofold 18 karat gold medium nib there. And you can see, if I can get that on camera there, the feed has M on it, M for medium. Now this is a cartridge converter pen, so if I unscrew this, you will see there a cartridge converter. Now I did say it's an Ebonite pen. You wouldn't be able to eyedropper this because it does have metal here, but you can see obviously inside there it is just Ebonite, and yeah, I can smell that definitely is Ebonite. But this is an interesting pen for sure. And I'll just screw that back on. You can see in the size of my hands, this is actually a fairly decent sized pen. It's not too long, but it's certainly not short. The section is quite comfortable as well, because it does have this sort of reduction down here, and then it flutes back out towards the nib and feed there. Can I post the cap? I can do, and that's why the end cap here looks a little bit like a piston knob, although it's not, because you can post that cap and it will post very deeply and securely there. It actually makes this pen quite a nice weight actually. It's not back weighted, it's not front weighted either. And I do love that ebonite, that black and red ebonite. I've always been interested, and you can see there as well the threads inside that cap. I've always been interested in the Waterman sort of red ebonite, black and red ebonite. And I have to say, this definitely does speak to me. I wonder if that pattern will line up a little bit. I'm just going to see if it will. No, it doesn't really line up. But it's a beautiful, beautiful pattern. And I have to say, I am actually enjoying this. And I'm just looking here. We've got facets here. But then we get down to, let me see if I can show you this. You can see here there's these like little triangular sort of cutouts here where you see it around that cap band, and then you have these flat facets here on the body, or the cap and the body as well. And then the end cap here is also a little bit more rounded with a flat end there for the end cap. So this is an interesting pen. I've not actually seen this one before. I have heard of Michael Fultz before, but I have never actually seen one of his pens. So very glad that John lent me this pen. This is going back to John, and Probably by the time that this review has been released, John will have had that pen back for a while. If he still has it and you're interested, then do reach out to John. You can reach out to him at stjohnspens.com or on Instagram. So I think with that, let's do a size check. We'll do a weight check. We'll do a pen comparison. Then we'll do a writing sample. So the full length of the pen, we are looking at about 137 millimeters in length. The length of the cap, we're looking at about 63 millimeters in length, which is actually a decent size pen and cap. Because this is actually, it's not going to roll away. The full length of the pen, we are looking at about 130 millimeters. So I typically say about 130 is really what I would class as sort of around the boundary of becoming an oversized pen. But you can see there, it really is a nice size in my hand. I think with that, let's do a weight check. Now, the full weight of the pen, and this is uninked, we are looking at just over 31 grams in weight. The weight of the cap, we are looking at just under 10 grams in weight. And then the weight of the body, we are looking at just under 21.5 grams in weight. So, like I said, it's not a heavy pen, but it's also not too light as well. But this really is quite an interesting pen. So I think with that, let's do a comparison with other pens. So from left to right, we have a Conway Stewart Chatworth. We have an Anoto, and this is the University of Oxford Vermeil. We have a Visconti Opera Master Savannah, a Visconti Opera Master Tobacco. We have the Parker Michael Fultz in red and black Ebonite. We have a Montegrappa Game of Thrones Winter is Here. We have a Visconti Leonardo da Vinci Machina, a Visconti Opera Master Antarctica, a Visconti, and this is the Last Templar Jacques de Molay, and we have a Mont Blanc Writer's Edition Jane Austen. So we'll do a writing sample now. So this is the Parker Michael Fultz, and it's the Ebonite, and this is a medium, and it is an 18-karat gold nib, and the ink in here is Franklin Christoph Sweet Maroon. Now, in terms of line variation, let's take a look. I would say that we're probably seeing a little bit more towards a Western fine there. If I push it a bit more, I can definitely get, I'd say definitely a Western medium, if not a little bit more towards a Western broad. And you can see here the figure of 8, and if I continue those vertical lines, there's no hard starts or skips. In terms of ink wetness, let's take a look. So this is quite a dry pen. It doesn't sort of disappoint me purely because I know Parkers are not super wet pens. And I've got a number of Parker Duofolds myself, and they're certainly not fire hose nibs. It is a little bit more on the drier side, this nib, but that said, it's an interesting writing nib. I do like how this nib writes. What do I like? What do I not like about this pen? Well, I like that it is a custom-made Parker by Michael Fultz in this red and black Ebonite. I like this, got an 18-karat gold two-tone medium nib on there. And I also like that it is a cartridge converter pen. I do like cartridge converters. They are easy to clean out. So for me, that is actually a nice mechanism. This pen is on loan to me from John at stjohnspens.com. If you would like to either pick up this pen or another pen, go check John out at stjohnspens.com. You can also check him out at St John's Pens on Instagram. John will be going to a lot of the pen shows this year, both in the UK and in the US, and probably some European ones as well. So if you do get a chance and you're at a pen show, do go and check out his table. So there you have it. That's the Parker Michael Fultz Ebonite in red and black review here. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next pen video. Bye-bye.